I don't do well with like sitting idle and not doing anything.
No.
Even on like days that I have off,
Same.
I'm just like always
I know.
doing something. My
Like,
girlfriend's
during
like,
a
"Can you calm down?"
No, my
She's
husband's
like,
saying
"Good."
that. Deb, and this is Happy Hour with Deb, and I've got Jake. Tell me the name again.
Jet Jurgensmeyer.
Jurgensmeyer.
It's a tongue twister, guys.
I'll never forget that anymore.
Exactly.
I
There you
feel
go.
like it's Smucker's jelly.
Yes. Yeah.
I love it.
That's a good way to put it.
It is such an honor.
a
I've
great
heard
honor to be here.
nothing but incredible things
Thank
about
you so much. Thank
like
you.
little rock star.
Thank you. We've been busy.
I bet. That's a good thing.
It is. It very
That's
much
a
so
good
is.
thing.
I don't do well with like sitting
Idle time.
and not doing anything.
No.
Even on like days that I have off,
Same.
I'm just like always
I know.
doing something. My
Like
girlfriend's
during
like,
a
"Can you calm down?"
No, my
She's
husband's
like,
the same thing.
"Goodness gracious."
During like a commercial, I'll get up and like fold the laundry.
When I'm on a phone, especially if I'm on a phone interview, I pace. And she's looking at me. She's like, "You give me anxiety," and I'm like, "I can't help it. I'm just."
I know. I think I do the
I just
same.
I gotta.
But
be
your
moving.
energy's incredible.
Thank you.
And energy is everything.
Absolutely.
So I know you're a student.
Yes, ma'am.
Belmont.
Yes, ma'am.
You're missing some classes today. They must give some grace when rock stars.
Well, Rockstar is a stretch, but I actually got blessed today because of the weather that they actually moved all classes to online. And so one of my classes got canceled. The professor was like, "You guys are good. Go enjoy the snow."
Right.
I'm not enjoying the snow. I'm sitting here talking with Deb.
Well,
so I'm enjoying
Way better.
something completely different.
Way better.
We're having a good time, not drinking vodka.
Right. Not because
and
you're not 21
I'm not
yet.
21
But when you're 21,
yet.
we'll ship you a case.
Okay, sounds good.
We'll make sure you get a case.
And,
They're from Philadelphia. I'm from Philadelphia.
Phil, are you an Eagles fan?
I am
Fly,
probably
Eagles, fly.
That's it. At 1, 2, 3. Can we do co-birds? We do it
Yeah.
together. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Go
Birds!
Yeah.
Yes, we are the Super Bowl champions.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
I thought Saquon was going to rush for like 150 yards.
Well,
but
they were stopping him.
They did a good job, but you know what? He was so efficient when he had the ball. He still got the yards that he needed.
Absolutely.
So I was still happy for him. I was
Absolutely.
waiting for that man to get a ring.
I know. When people tell me they weren't rooting for the Philadelphia Eagles, I'm like, get out of the chair.
My
No.
dad was a Chiefs fan. And
Well, I love Andy Reid. I love
been-
Andy Reid.
Of course. I've
Football
been to a
god.
Chiefs game at the Chiefs, and that was super, super cool.
I bet.
But I was just kind of done.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to
Yeah.
be like the bandwagon guy
Right.
that hops on just because like
I
Patty
know.
Mahomes is so
I
amazing.
know.
Because
And-
he is a freaking talented guy.
Yeah, and
it
I
makes
have
me
children
mad.
home in Texas too, so I mean, I
Yeah.
appreciate
it
things
makes
that
me,
come out of the great state of Texas.
It makes me mad that I'm a Titans fan through and through, and we have the number one
How many-
overall pick.
How many games did you guys win this year?
4?
4.
3?
We can only go up
4?
from here, Mark. Jet.
I don't
There's
think we
nowhere
can
else
get
to
worse,
go.
honestly.
There's
I really
nowhere else
don't.
To go but up, my friend.
However, we can only get worse if we draft Travis Hunter as the number 1 overall pick. Not because Travis is the problem, but because we can't use him if we don't have an offensive line, a quarterback,
Right.
a defensive line, linebackers,
Right.
cornerbacks, or safeties.
I know.
We need a whole team.
We have Howie Roseman, who has become a master.
Yes.
A master. Like I get that seasonal depression between the Super Bowl and when the draft starts because I'm such a diehard.
Like, where's football?
I
Why is it
know,
not football
right?
season
I know
right now?
everyone's like, they're like, well, you don't watch hockey. I'm like, hockey's only good live. And baseball, there's another game tomorrow, so it's
The
not
Preds
really a
are
big deal.
mediocre right now. Like, we're
Yeah.
not doing anything too special. So,
Yeah.
like,
What do you do?
what am I supposed to do? We don't have a football. We don't have a basketball team.
Right.
We have a AAA baseball team.
Yeah, I mean,
But,
really,
like,
it's not football. That's it. Tell me about your music career.
Of course. So I put a song out a few weeks back, called Midwest Sunset. It's the new
Yes.
single. It's the second acoustic single off of an entirely acoustic EP that I'm going to put out here in a few months.
That is incredible.
It's fun. So we put out Found You back in November. We put out Midwest Sunset this year. And we have another one coming out next month. So be ready for that.
Unbelievable.
And then we'll put the whole EP out. It's me playing the guitar on it, me singing it. My friend John, whose house I recorded it at, he maybe threw a little instrument here or there, but I wanted to keep it as bare bones and broken down as
love
possible.
it. I
So,
love
and
it.
we just booked the first session to start recording the next full production album as well.
Wow.
So we're
and
gonna
you're
be
going
busy.
to school.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about this fraternity thing.
So
You know we were circling back to that.
So I
right?
actually started a fraternity I go to Belmont here
Right,
in Nashville.
yes, congratulations,
I
great
started
school.
a fraternity
Wow.
on the campus.
Is
so I
it
was,
your name?
No. It's a Pi Kappa Phi, and we started our chapter at Belmont. I was one of the original 5 founding fathers.
That's incredible.
And so
you're such a go-getter.
I'm the chaplain for the fraternity, which is super cool. It fits fits my personality. It's
Stop
awesome.
it.
Yes,
Are
ma'am.
your parents? Where are you originally from?
Here, I was born in Nashville.
What?
I was born at what used to be Baptist Hospital.
You know, the funny thing is you're an original. You're one of probably the only originals.
I'm one of the
here.
very few 615 boys.
Right.
There's me.
Are your parents like over the moon proud of you?
Oh yes, I'm their only child too. So,
I have an
there's
only
not
child.
there's not many of us. You know, there's me, Jelly Roll, Ernest.
Right.
Chase Matthews is from Springfield, so just a little bit outside. Connor Smith is from here.
Right.
So like, there's not a whole lot of us, but we're starting to kind of make a little comeback. That there's some 615 boys coming around.
Well, now the funny thing is Nashville is the center of the universe.
Everybody is from here, but there's only some of us that are from
Well,
here.
that's the way Dallas is.
Yeah.
It's very transplant city. Transplant city.
I don't know if you saw this sign, but a few years ago we had a sign when you were driving on 40 coming into downtown Nashville. Someone bought a billboard that said, "We're full, quit moving."
That's what happened to Texas.
Quit coming here.
It happened to
Everybody
Texas.
was coming from the west. We were like, "What the heck?"
We got all of California that flooded into Texas.
I grew up on the west side. It was like a quiet side of town, and now it's just all hip and
the
happening.
infrastructure here can't hold anymore.
They opened a high school on our exit, so like
Oh,
there's
my
just
goodness.
traffic coming in and out. I'm like,
a school bus traffic.
I'm just trying to go to Planet Fitness, guys. Let me out of my neighborhood, please. We're gonna have to have a light at the end of our neighborhood. It's a whole thing.
Oh my god! So you've always loved country music because you're
Always.
right from
I was
here.
born and raised here, so country music was. I grew up
It was in
listening
your
to
blood.
Waylon and Willie and Patsy Cline and
Wow.
Loretta Lynn. It's my celebrity crush. So like,
If you're listening and you're
there you
watching,
go.
for sure you are.
So that's like what I grew up. That's what I grew up on,
Wow.
and so music was always in my blood.
So you were always destined for Belmont.
Always. Belmont was the only place I applied. My mom went to Belmont. It was Belmont or not for me, literally.
Wow. We
And
were all
so,
in or we're all out.
All in or all
What
out.
would you have done if you were all out? Like, what would the job be?
The same thing, but probably only playing dive bars because I was just
Right.
trying to make ends meet.
There's
playing.
a real special place in my heart for dive bars.
Absolutely. I
I'm
mean,
gonna
that's
be
where
honest.
that's why the acoustic album or the acoustic EP was so important to me because
Yes.
that's how my career started. Was me and a acoustic guitar playing a dive bar.
How old were you when you did your first performance?
Oh my goodness! I played my first round, my first writers round at this bar down close to downtown off Demumbrium, and I was 13 or 14. And then
Crazy.
on Belcourt, there used to be a place called Belcourt Taps. The whole place was like the size of this little thing.
Right. This is a luxury suite
and,
here,
yes,
sir.
and I was
Just
like
so you
13,
know.
I think.
Wow.
So I started doing that and then playing dive. I mean, my parents used to own a bar here in Nashville called the Nashville Palace, right across from Opryland.
Incredible.
And so I first ever got on stage there. I was 3. So I've been
It's in
getting on
your
stage my whole life.
blood.
Absolutely.
What's the place? What's the bucket place you want to play?
The Ryman Auditorium.
The Ryman.
I mean, I would love to play the Opry, Bridgestone, Nice. I could check off every place in Nashville. I could die a happy man.
Yes.
But over the Opry, the Ryman, because the Ryman's the original Opry.
Is the original. Opry,
Don't
right.
get me wrong. If I ever get the opportunity to put my foot in that circle, I'm 100%.
Something tells me you're going to be there pretty quickly.
I think I'm going to clear my schedule.
Yeah.
I will miss class.
Right,
I will
exactly.
miss class
I'll
for
get
the
you a
Opry.
note.
Okay, perfect.
I'll get you a note. I'll
I
write you a
fe-
note. I'm like, he can't come to school today.
I feel like that gives me the right to be able to call our president of our school and be like,
Right.
hey, I'm playing the Opry.
Right, right. Which is what they aspire people
Exactly.
to do.
So that's the dream, but the Ryman has been such a special place in
That's
my heart for so
amazing.
long
That's amazing.
that if I could ever play
You'll
the
probably be
original
playing
Mother
it
Church of
before
country
our next
music,
interview. Then we can talk about all that.
maybe, yeah.
Don't
there you
worry.
go.
We're cheerleaders.
We'll make
we
it
got
work.
you. We got you. for
If I could
sure.
play the original Mother Church of country music and check off the Ryman Auditorium,
You have strong faith.
I do.
I know.
Yes, ma'am.
I
That's
know.
faith is a big part of my life, and you can hear that in a lot of my songs. A lot of my
Yes.
songs don't. I never want to force my opinions or my beliefs on people, so if I do put it in a song, it's something that you can kind of, if you really listen to the
Right.
lyrics, you'll understand it.
Right.
Or I'll mention something about praying or God, but faith is a big part. I have a rosary in my pocket right there.
That's amazing.
So I mean, it's a big part of my life.
And in this industry where, you're connecting and you've got to, networking is huge, having your faith is pivotal.
We go through a lot every day. We go through a lot of different battles, whether it's
I don't think
getting
people
let
even
down,
get that.
Whether it's being let down to play this place, or like on the acting side, you put your heart and soul into this audition, you make it down. It's like you and like 2 other guys, and you find
Right.
out you didn't get it. That just happened to me very recently.
I'm sorry.
And it's one of those,
it wasn't your door.
Exactly.
There's another door. Don't
God has a
worry.
plan for everything. Everything happens for a reason.
That's
I'm
right.
going to keep it.
It wasn't your door,
So-
but you'll have another door.
Exactly. So I think we go through a lot of battles every day, and spiritual is one that just kind of sneaks in there when you don't expect it.
Yes.
So keeping that with me at all times
Is
and
amazing.
is
I mean,
important to me.
especially on this ride. That is
Absolutely.
That's so incredible.
My previous album that I put out just back in July is called The Ride Phase 2.
Oh, I love it.
So you can kind of, you'll hear that in some of the songs.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, I think people don't get, we've shot a lot of country music artists, and I don't think they get the social media, the pressure. They either love you or they hate you. Like, and you're young and you're still going to college and you're still trying to have a life, and like, tell me about the balance.
It's
of that.
helped me have thick skin. So like my whole
Right.
life being
And as parents,
Exactly.
I have an only child, and I'm like,
So-
we're like, don't touch these kids.
100%. So being around the entertainment industry my whole life has made me a very strong-willed person. And
Yes.
there's not much you can say
Right.
that gets under my skin.
Right.
If you want to get to me,
I'm
you
from
go
Philly, same thing.
If you want to get to me, you go to the people I love and care about. That's
Right.
what gets under my skin, and then I'm
Right.
ready to throw down.
Right.
But if it's about me, I'm like, I don't care. If you want to have that opinion, believe whatever you want to
Because
believe.
you're
It's
not
not
even
my
a
place.
badass till you have haters.
It's not. Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, the people that are hating on you, it's because they're jealous, so they don't know what to do.
Absolutely.
Other than
That's
to
usually
hate.
how it rolls too.
That's
is
how
it's
it goes.
Somebody that's doing nothing
So-
that's watching.
And I'm not trying to say that I have people jealous of me, but I'm just
I'm sure you do.
that's how I look at it. So it helps me, you know. It helps me
Yes.
not get butthurt about little comments or somebody
Yeah.
commenting on Instagram.
Yeah.
If that's what you want.
What's the greatest
go for it.
compliment you've ever gotten online?
Oh, the greatest compliment? I've had a couple where people have DM'd me, and I go into my request and I read it because I read my requests. So feel free to shoot me a
I
message.
was just going to say, do you handle your
And
own social
I
media?
I do.
Good.
Like
and how do
genuinely,
you study
I do that.
and do your own social media and perform?
It's what I'm used to. I mean, I've done it my
it's
whole
all
life.
you've ever done.
It's all I've ever
I
done.
love that. That's a great answer.
So I've had people tell me like, whether it was a song or a role that's helped them reconnect with a family member or helped them build a relationship that they were really worried about, or something that they'd been praying about that had been on their heart and they didn't know how to go about it. They heard the lyrics to this, and those I've had about 3 or 4 of those
Wow.
moments over Instagram where people have messaged me, and I've had more in person. And
that is
it's
so
just,
beautiful.
It's weird, like it's surreal. It doesn't
Yeah.
feel like I'm a 20-year-old guy that just gets to write songs for a living, and you
Right.
guys are out here saying that I'm like helping you in your life, and that's
That
just
is the power
wild.
of music. That's
Yes.
the power of being an artist and
100%,
a performer
I
and
agree.
a writer. And
Yes, ma'am.
I think that is so beautiful
Thank you.
because, I mean, we all love, we all have a song. We all have one thing that we tear up a little bit, We have one thing that brings us back to a not so good time and things that bring us to the greatest times.
That's what I tell people, like when I write the songs for my last album. Every one of the songs on the ride was something that I had gone through or was currently going through when I
Wow.
wrote it. And if I'm just a regular dude that writes songs and there's a regular guy or girl listening, they should be able to connect with at least one of those songs on there, because I'm just going through regular person
Yes.
stuff. I just have a
Yes.
different job than you.
Yes.
So I think that's what makes it the most beneficial of being an artist and a songwriter, is being able to make that connection with people and
well,
staying
you're
real.
killing it. I
Thank
mean,
you.
that is so amazing. When are you graduating?
2027.
2027.
So I'm finishing up sophomore year.
Can I tell you something though? Hold on to these years.
Yes, ma'am.
There's a lot of adulting to be done that, so
Kinda flies
like
by.
it totally flies by. So like hold on to like every single moment of this.
Yes, ma'am.
Because it's kind of crazy and people come up to you in the street and know who you are and
It happens occasionally. It happens sometimes over like people around my age that I go to school with.
right.
I had a guy, I was standing in the Chick-fil-A at Belmont the other day.
First of all,
and he-
Chick-fil-A is the greatest thing.
Amazing.
The
If you
milk.
guys
Shout out.
ever want to like sponsor,
Right.
I will
or
put
just send over lunch.
I will put Chick-fil-A in a song. Okay,
Oh
I
my
will
gosh.
do it. If
I'll-
that means
I'll
I get
do
free,
background.
If I get free nuggets, I will
the
do
rest
it.
of your life. And the waffle fries.
Yes.
First of all,
Oh.
the milkshake makes my heart happy.
The milkshake. Have you ever had a frosted coffee
No.
from Chick-fil-A? They take their coffee and then they put the ice cream in it and blend it all together.
Stop it.
It's the greatest thing ever.
It's life changing.
It's life-changing.
Oh, I'm definitely.
But I had a guy walk up to me and he goes, "Are you Jet?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Do I owe you money? No.
Yeah. And I didn't know if we had like mutual friends. I mean, we go to school together. Belmont only has like 9,000 total students.
Yes,
so
yes.
I was like,
all
yeah.
in the same industry.
And he goes, dude, I loved Adventures in Babysitting, which was a movie I did for Disney when I was
What?
10. He goes, I loved
Wow.
Adventures in Babysitting. That was my favorite movie. And I was like, oh my, thank you. It was the
Oh,
weirdest experience.
what
And I was
a
like, that
great-
was recent
A lot
too.
of
That was
country
really
music
cool.
artists had some runs
That was-
with Disney.
That was pretty neat. That was a lot of fun to
Yeah,
do.
that is incredible. Okay, I have to ask you because you're
Okay.
young, you're single. What's it like to have a relationship?
So I've been dating my
I
girlfriend.
love that you're so
for-
spot on ready. Can you go on tour with me?
Yes, ma'am. I've been dating my girlfriend for a little over a year now. We're
Congratulations.
our 1 year was December 5th. So
Congrats.
we've been together for a minute. We
Congrats.
met freshman year. And,
Is she in the industry?
No, she's not.
Thank goodness.
She's not. That's what I said.
Yeah.
She is in a completely different aspect. She's artistic in a completely different way. She's like can draw and like
Right.
design. She's a graphic designer.
Right.
So that's what she does.
Also creative.
Exactly. So in just completely different aspects. She's the quiet one of the two of us, so she mellows me out.
Right.
I
know my
and she's
husband's
the-
quiet too.
she-
Thank God, because I'm like Spider Woman.
Can you imagine if we were with people that were the same energy
No,
as us?
I can't.
There would be no roof on the
Like
house.
some days he's like, okay, listen, you're at a 10. I need to get you to a 2.
Oh, she looks at me and she's like, "Do you ever calm down?"
I don't either.
I'm
and
like,
then when I
"All right."
crash, I crash.
I'm the same way.
I know.
The same way.
I know.
And so
I
I'm very
like
lucky
being
that I
on,
found
though.
her.
Like
Yes.
the energy is so, and I can't handle
energy
bad
is, like,
energy.
intoxicating,
It
if that
is,
makes
and I
sense. Yep.
can't handle like when somebody has a. I'm like, oh, that's not my
Yep.
person. I
And
can't-
she's helped me in a lot of ways, and she's been one of the greatest things to happen to me. I love her to death.
What's
she's
her
awesome.
name?
Her name's Callie.
Callie, shout out to you,
There you go.
Callie. I'd love to
Yep.
meet her.
She is probably on a Zoom class right now.
Oh my
So,
goodness, right? Because of the snow that I
Yeah.
think I brought from Philly. I apologize.
I can't believe you did.
All
this.
right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, are you kidding?
This is fun. Let's do it again.
You're such a delight. I was just going to ask you my question. Do not break my heart, sir.
I won't.
Will you come back?
Yes, of
And
course.
again, let us follow you and get
Yes,
involved.
of course, absolutely. If people want to keep in touch, it's Jet with one T, like
Yes,
a plane.
yes.
Jet Jurgensmeyer. If you type in JET and a J for Jurgensmeyer,
Right,
I'm typically the only one that comes
Right,
up. It's
he
not
is.
John
Follow
Smith.
this man.
Thank you.
His energy, your music
Thank
is
you.
incredible.
Thank you.
You're going to be very, very successful.
Thank you. I
And
can't
you'll
wait to come back
remember
and talk
that.
to
Then
you.
you'll come back.
Of course, you.
You're going to come back in the podcast probably in April,
Oh,
but then
I'm gonna come back and we're gonna tear the roof off.
Yes. He's my kind of energy. Look,
Raise
my
the roof.
media team's looking at me like, oh my God, he's a mini Deb. We love him.
They're like, we can't
love-
have two. There can't be two.
There can't
oh
be
no.
two. Well, it was an honor and
Thank you
truly
so
a
much.
privilege
Thank
to
you for
meet
having
you.
me.
And we're going to see you back soon.
Yes, ma'am.
And guess what?
What?
Go make this, be a rock star.
Thank
Go
you so
get a
much.
tour bus.
All right.
Go get
Yes,
a tour
ma'am.
bus.
Thank you.
It was an honor to have you.
Great to be here. Thank you.
Yes.